All right, we're on session 5 now of the post game, which has been awesome. I'm super addicted to this. I feel like I can't play anything else at the moment. Every time I go to record something, I'm like, but I could just do a Blueprints episode quick and then save that one for tomorrow. I'm addicted. I'm a little bit addicted. My notes page has grown, that is for sure, but I need to discuss something that I've discussed with my friend about something I'm missing. So I was asked, have you found all the microchips yet? I'm like, no. And apparently I'm about at the point where I should have already done that. So I was like, okay, just give me a hint. Where was I supposed to look to, find all the locations? Apparently they're both in the new clue book. And then I looked through all the pages I took a screenshot of, and I'm like, please don't tell me it's the anagram one, because I have no idea on that. Like, that one's going to take a while. And then I asked for a further hint. I'm like, okay, which puzzle is it? And he said it wasn't exactly a puzzle. It was just an observation thing. And I still couldn't figure it out. So I was like, okay, what page? And I usually I don't want to do this, but in this case I was like, I'm missing something that I'm probably never going to notice because I'm thinking about 50 mysteries at once. So whatever, I'll take the hint. What page? And he said it was on the records page. And from there, it was quite easy to figure out. It's something I probably never would have noticed on my own, but I don't know. Some people notice obvious things. Some people are looking at something and talking about something else and not noticing. And this is something I definitely would have just kept overlooking. So I am totally cool with getting that as a big hint. Like, it's on the records page. I know what it is. I'm going to show the page. Okay. I don't have an in-game thing of it, so I had to go through the new clue video for it. But yeah, it's fairly obvious just from looking at it. He's got a hammer and a vase near him, and he's standing in the entrance hall. That one, without being told to look for a clue on this page, I would have been like, this is just a world building page. There's absolutely, like, to me, it looked like nothing. I was like, okay, he's in the house. He's in the house. The sledgehammer didn't even really register with me. So the fact that there are 2 vases here, and I've never walked up to them once with a sledgehammer, is a pretty big indicator. I'm almost positive. My friend didn't confirm it because I didn't want him to, but I'm like 90% sure now. So if we can get that would be great, because apparently I was already supposed to have done that by the time I had all these other clues that were like much bigger. So we're going to find a sledgehammer and do that, but I will go over my notes really quick. Okay, don't ask me why I changed the structure once again, but I don't know. I like to spice it up a little bit every time, make it look a little different. But now things should be a lot more organized of what's going on, what we have to do. These are the rooms we haven't drafted yet. This actually isn't called museum. What was it? Closed exhibit? I just put museum in there because I couldn't think of the name, but I remembered it when I was editing. Dormitory, which we have drafted, but just recently, and vestibule, which is the last thing to draft. So we have those. We have the gallery room has a hangman puzzle. The room 46 has 8 realms and 8 months puzzle, which I don't feel like, I thought we had a clue. We tried something and it didn't work. So I feel like we're back to ground zero for that, and we've been at ground zero on this one, unfortunately. Rooms with unfinished tasks, the middle button, chamber of mirrors, the mechanarium getting 8 doors. I think we've had 6 or 7 at the most. I'm just curious about 8 doors. Classroom, grade 9. We need to graduate. Very important. I thought we did when we got to 8th grade, but it turns out there's 9 grades. Mailroom. I need a magnifying glass, all of Randolph's stamps. Also, any other letters we find, because I don't know. The mailroom's the only one that comes to mind, but I'm sure we could get more clues from other letters as well. The drafting strategy 3, I believe. I need to double check this, but I wrote 5 before, but it turns out that we read 5. 5 has always been in the library or something. I think. I hope I'm not just going to get this and then read it twice or something, but that might end up being the case. The safe puzzles, we have the red room. Oh, right. This wasn't confirmed for me, but I did mention that I couldn't figure out what was going on with the red room and where to look for the information. And I posed my theory that I talked about earlier, that this one probably has information nearby that I need to think about, like the map or the foreman's log. And without confirming it, they stayed silent. And by staying silent, I mean, usually when you pose a theory and someone stays silent, it's basically smiley face in chat during a stream. It's the equivalent of that. It's like, yeah. So we're going to check the foreman log and the map to see if we can piece together this code, because there's a good chance that's there, and that is the last one we need. Edit note, suspect is a minor. Age is listed on list. Yeah. When I was looking through all the new clue stuff, I was like, okay, how did I not piece this together? He repeatedly says suspect is a minor, and then they had the red notes that say minor, like minor, and then a major, which was also on a red note, which means the suspect is under 18 in this world, might be minor. I don't know. But yeah, they have ages listed, so this is clearly relevant. But no idea what it means. Like, what does that help us with? What would knowing who the suspect he was targeting? I don't know. So that's a thing. Anagram books. We have an order for something, but I don't know what word to look for. Am I counting words? Does it start from page A? Like, I have no idea. This one's throwing me for a loop. I need to really go back and look at it. We have the directions from the metro sign, so that's there. No idea what that relates to either at all. World-spanning puzzles. We got the security room and vertical text. So I've just basically moved them down to, we're getting them from all over. We don't know what they're for. Items missing. We need the microchip, which I just discussed, the upgrade disc in the tomb, and we know there are 16 according to drafting strategy 4. So there's one more somewhere. I don't know where, because we're at 14 right now. Sanctum keys. Goddamn music room. I'm going to have to do that. Oh, and another note. I used the axe on the classroom. It only costs 1 gem, so kind of seems like a waste. But then again, I want to build the classrooms early, and we need 9. So if I don't need gems for them, then it's just free. I mean, why not? We're going to get to grade 9 because I use the axe on the classroom. I guarantee it. Potential mysteries. Right. So for potential stuff, this is where I threw all the stuff I'm uncertain about. Sacred in the Clocktower. I mean, that might have something to do with it. Either way, there's a Clocktower note, but the potential part is the sacred circle on the map that confuses me. Don't know why there's a different letter on the workshop stone slabs. Why? I don't really know. That one's confusing. It's not like I can bait out a workshop every single run in a different room to see if I can make a message like the pictures, but that's the only thought I have. Recreate the heist. I already went over this. How I had a dream about it. Lady Epson's diary. Potential puzzle. Not sure what about. It's sleeping or something. Secret garden valves. We unlocked a 3rd valve, so I figured there was a puzzle here, but maybe not. So it's in potential. And passwords, I kind of just reorganized, but we have all the safe passwords, what their red letter number was. And shrine bonuses. I forgot what 3 and 5 did. So that's unfortunate. But, oh, I didn't put the amount of days on this one. I think it's 5 days. I believe it was, or was it 4 days? It was 4 days. Yeah. But I still have to do other shrine offerings as well. Realm and Runes. I made my own little setup here. This is just a reminder for me. But the Arindia Realms, I wanted to get their name and what their core looks like. And then we're going to fill in their color, rays, and moats. I believe this is tribal based on the sacred note. Because like above the sacred note, there's like that random slab. But on the note is the Arindia symbol. So that slab might relate to it, and it had a flower. No, it's not tribal. That's poetic. Oh, yeah. Tribal's a star. Or an asterisk. Yeah, okay. So chances are Arindia was poetic, but I don't know. Thank God I remember that. We don't know their rays, we don't know the weather or the transportation for them, but I'm pretty sure it would be the same as Fen Ares because it's the same location, right? I'll leave it empty. I won't forget that. Arch Ares, empty. So yeah, I'm filling these out. The V shape, bridge, rainbow. This one looks like a puzzle piece. It's facing southeast. So yeah, everything is there. Got rid of that. Okay. I know I show my notes a lot, but I feel it's better to be included in what I'm thinking about than just me shouting and randomly running in disarray. I'm already skipping around a lot in this post-game part of the playthrough that it just feels wrong to not go over the notes every, like, few hours. Even if it's in the middle of an episode. Hey, a shrine. All right, let's test it. I've done 30 and 40. I didn't have 50 allowance before that. Now I do. There's a lot of money, though. What does 50 do? Dancer. While drafting, you may pay gems to spin floor plans. 6 days. Really? Okay, I like this one a lot. Especially if I like start cutting gems with the axe. Then I could just pay money and then any gem I find is a free spin. It's like a second. Well, it's not like dice. Okay, I'll take it. My only question is, have I tested this enough to know that 50 will always give me that? The only reason I think that it's a set amount is because I used 3 and got the same thing twice. Okay, next time I'm going to test 50 again in 6 days, if it lets me. And if we get Dancer again, then I can confirm it, because I actually don't know. I might be writing these down and it's just luck-based. I don't know. Okay. Oh, you're really far away. I have made... Okay, we already got Nuance. That's fine. I have a magnifying glass. I have made a Lost and Found on the hopes that I end up with a sledgehammer. No sledgehammer today so far. Commissary did not have one, etc. But I do have a mailroom. So, I'm looking for anything with a stamp on it. So we can maybe write some more of those down. Okay, not you. We're going in here. Okay, your first letter has a stamp. Thank God we can go over here. Oh, wow. This gives a lot more information than I thought it would. Am I blocking it? I'm blocking the 5, but... In commemoration of the opening of 5th Zone Power Plant, the Contessa. Okay. Industrial. Lightning, very stormy weather. technically, you could say that their color is dark blue. But I can't really confirm that. I mean, it is dark blue. Huh. Well, let me write those down. Okay, I wrote it down, but I have more questions as to whether this can tell us or not. Yeah, we just read you. So there's rainy, but there's absolutely lightning. So yeah, jagged thunder, jagged lightning-shaped rays. That's what we'd use there. But as for... You don't have like a dark blue. You don't have blue at all, actually. Uh-oh. Maybe it's not blue then. Huh. Or blue is the only one not on here? Why would you not have blue? You have violet. I guess, no. Very distinctly not violet. I'll keep that in mind. There is no blue in the book. 100% industrial, for sure. That is a guarantee, but how many of them is the question. Wait, I took 2 of weather? Okay, delete 1. We know the core. Am I missing a page? Huh. Well, from the information I see on here, the problem is I saw a 10 on nuance, which gets me a little confused. Because you could have 2 on the top, 2 in the right, 2 on the left, and 2 on the bottom. That's only 8. So I don't think like the number correlates to how many motes are on there. But I swear in the Realm and Rune book there was a page on... Did I just forget to take a picture of it? Uh-oh. I did, which is really unfortunate, but I can take a screenshot here. It's just not going to be in my PlayStation menu, that's for sure. So we have the transportation line. Counting the number of dividing lines in a city will reveal the method of transportation. We don't know their transportation based on that stamp. I doubt we know that. So... And the amount of lines don't really tell much as far as that goes. Okay, the amount of motes are what tell us. So we don't know the transportation based on the stamp. Although some stamps, I remember someone writing a turtle so you can get it from that one, but not from this one. I wonder if the number relates to how many motes, though. But then again, like... Did I skip another page, too? No, I didn't. What does the number on the stamp mean, though? The 5. I'm going to write the 5 as, like, a thing that just exists on the stamp, but I don't know what it means. Okay, that's written down. We can't look behind here. So I can't really see anything about this one. This one is the one with the turtle. Vera. Okay, Vera has turtles. It's also got a 10 on it. Normally that's just the price, isn't it? Like a 5-cent stamp. That might have nothing to do with anything, but still. Very sure. So got a little info here. This kind of looks like a yellow, orange. Is it yellow or orange? What would I say if... I'd say more orange than yellow for sure. Okay, I wrote that one down as well. Morjai, okay. We see a ship here. Very high chance they were naval routes. 4. Once again, I would say blue would be your color, but blue isn't on the list. Oh, you can see the bridge, the puzzle piece. That is accurate, right? Yeah. Morujai is the bridge. The Costa Rica is that one, and Vera's right here. Okay. I wrote that down as well. So you have a 4. No, the stamp's hidden. There is very clearly a stamp here, but you can't see it. That looks like the Arindia symbol. Oh, man. Pretty sure that's Arindia symbol. The stamp here that you can read. What the hell? That one. This one you can read. A Raja. Okay, you can absolutely see their core. The Eastern Rain, Itares Yena. The only number on here is 3. This makes me think it might not be violet and it's more pink, but then again, the locket also had violet on the cover. I think it's violet. Maybe I do pink question mark as well. Okay, that is all added. Nothing about this tells me, I mean, we see the rain. It's raining here. Nothing tells me about transportation or your moat. So these stamps are all completely different. They're all giving me like one piece of information, which is interesting. And then there's nuance again, which you can see is rocky as well. Did I get a picture? Let's just take another one. Delete it after, but we know this is industrial based, or not industrial, but is it? Did I put industrial? What did I put for nuance? Oh, their transportation type is air. Oh, hold on. Aviation. That took a minute. I forgot to save this as a page. Aviation for dirigible balloon. So we have that much. There's a good chance. They said eastern region. It did look a little deserty. I'm pretty sure Raja uses camels and pack mules, maybe, but maybe not. Like, I don't feel like there's anything definitive to say that. It's just based on the buildings being a little more desert looking, you know? And it's like south of the equator, so maybe it's hotter there and stuff, but we don't know from the stamp. Okay, so that one's done as well. And then Dad sent this from Fen Aries. Why does it look the way it does? Why is it... You can't even rate half of it. In fog we are lost, in fire we are found. There's no number on this one. Obviously red is the color. Don't really need to even... I don't know if I learned anything from this one. Mostly because we already know all about the stamp. Okay, well. One of you is Costa Rica. But we can't look at it. There are 3 of them here with the same one. No, that's Arindia. Where's Costa Rica? How are we going to find that? I think that's the only one I didn't get a stamp from. But good info, good info. Right now we have this, which I mean, you can see where we're at as far as that. But like, since they're not all filled, I'm like, huh? I need more info. Also blue, not a color, apparently. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. Now I'm going to go to the Lost and Found and see if I can end up with a sledgehammer. Was this always here? As you can see, going in here did exactly what I thought it was going to do. I lost my magnifying glass for a watering can and a telescope. Very unfortunate, but I don't think there's anything to magnify here. This picture being right next to this slab should indicate something. One of you has wavy lines. Wait, I have all those. The only thing I don't have is transportation. You have pink. Pink. Wavy lines. Heat. Pink and heat. And spiritual. Pink, heat, and spiritual are all together on this part of this slab. We don't know the core. I wonder if this picture was here the last time I did this. I really wish I knew the last time I was in here. If this picture was here twice, then it would say that Mary belongs to that realm. And I believe that'd be a Raja then. Because the Epson, Lady Epson's room implies, and her using a Rajan text on the tomb stuff, implies she's from a Raja, which means, you know, her daughter would have had that blood. I don't know if that really makes sense though. But the only one we know nothing about the color. Oh no, we know violet. We assumed violet. I did say pink is a possibility. Ooh. The stamps might not actually help with colors then. Unless this is Costa Rica, but that doesn't make any sense. This is Mount Holly in the picture though. That's the weird part about this. Okay, can I... Nope, I can't pull up the picture and have that. I'll just do this. So I have a good image of it. Oh, wait, I took a picture of it last time we were there, actually. Oh my god, I think I did. Last time we found the lost and found. Oh, also you. You had line. You had violet. That one. Violet. This one's violet and poetic. And there's an Arindia symbol next to it, making me think that maybe it wasn't black banners, but violet for the border that describes it. Ooh, maybe. But or maybe they're not related at all. I don't know. That's not really enough of a confirmation. Where did I find the lost and there it is. There's no picture this time. Okay, the picture was just added randomly. Therefore, all we can confirm here is one of the realms must have these three things together. But it could be anything. Wavy heat, it should be a southern kind of area. Shit, I might be going about this a little bit wrong. Well, I added these combinations so I can, like, maybe piece it together if we find any new info, but these kind of contradict some things. Costa Rica, maybe, but Vera seems much more wavy heat and stuff, so I don't know. Okay, we just need more info. We'll get it eventually. I did not get a sledgehammer though, which is kind of surprising. Okay, redraw floor plans. Kind of surprising that maybe it's right here. Nope. And then I'm gonna walk in here and lose my watering can. All right, we got to try a new run. There we go. Sledgehammer. Man, I'm so glad I made attic commonplace. There's a decent chance that you find either a sledgehammer or a shovel, or both, apparently, every time you make one. Sometimes a metal detector, but... Okay, and let me just make sure there's no stamp there. I could fit? No. No stamp there. Oh, there's a treasure map. And you, I'm still suspicious of. Like, what the hell are they pointing at down there? I don't know. Okay, is it this one or the other one? Anything? Nothing. God damn it. Oh, there it is. I'm so upset that I didn't spot that puzzle. But I also know that I know that I never would have. I probably would have just glossed over it for weeks and weeks. The new clue book, and just been like, I can't find anything if it wasn't pointed out to me directly. Oh, wrong button. Ooh. Castle. I saw the court. Clock. Castle. Court. Cloak. Ooh, they're green now. Does that say cloak? It's done. Holy. Hold on. I'm gonna have to edit that one. This music is 100 times louder than the other songs. Jesus. I'm very glad that this is finally open. I feel bad a little bit about the last microchip not figuring that out, but I think I'm gonna just let that one go. Okay. There's a lot out here. What the hell? There it is! Reclaim the throne. The amount of times they've talked about the throne, and I'm like, what, the trophy room? Do you want me to get all the trophies? Starting tomorrow, throne room is permanently added. What does it do? I guess it wouldn't be in here till we have to make it. Oh, yeah, it's not in the draft pool till tomorrow. Hell yeah. Oh my god. It's Reddington. Might as well take a screenshot. Arindian Runes? Oh, we are in the Arindian Runes. Oh, the song's done. Okay, I'm going to turn my music back up. That was extremely loud. Huh. I kind of thought we were way farther from Reddington. Right? It is, oh, I can't look at my direction. I'm pretty sure that's northeast. Is there anything more on you? There's gotta be some other secret hidden in here, right? No, I'm hitting X. Okay, well, that seems to be it on this front, which is interesting. But we did get a new room, and that room probably has some stuff in it that'll help us progress. Apparently, I was supposed to have done this, so hopefully now one other mystery can make more sense, because right now none of them make sense. If you could just clear one thing up, anything that would push me forward, that would help, other than just finding rooms. It's open. Still don't know about all your vertical text. Castle Court Cloak. I doubt I'll forget that. I'm probably going to write the words down just for the hell of it, but... Okay. That is done. We can't even try to get it till tomorrow, but... Yeah, I guess that part of the mystery is solved. I do want to point out, because I had to look up that sundial thing back when I first got the torch, I haven't actually solved it. So until the game tells me we solve some sort of puzzle, one of the two, that informs me of the sundial, I'm not moving those microchips. I refuse. Unless literally nothing tells me and we just sit here. But I know I could bring them over there, and I don't know what to do. But without knowing the puzzle that would have led me there, I refuse to do it now. So they are staying there until we know for sure what's going on and why we should be lifting the sundial in the first place. So I have another axe. Ooh. Are you going to be 001? I assume. We still don't have room 8. What the hell is room 8? Oh. I've never seen room 8. Although we just recently saw the gallery, so I guess maybe you have to solve the gallery to unlock room 8. That would be absurd. What would I permanently remove a gem cost on? We're almost done with the drafting studio, so it'd be kind of pointless. But what do I use all the time? I use bedrooms. I use green rooms. Green rooms are very expensive. You know what's really expensive, though? Is, how much do you cost? You 1 gem? You cost 3. You get the axe. And it doesn't affect... You can literally just eventually remove gem cost from everything. That is my true end goal. Make it a gem-free zone. Alright. Treasure map time. I found it. Kind of surprised. I wasn't even trying to get this. Is it going to be the same? Is it always just one of the lost coffers of Mount Holly? Yeah. 40 coins. Damn. Give me a showroom. Oh, God. I can't. Dormitory. I found the stopwatch. I also just got a vault key. Oh. Yeah. I forgot we lost you. Okay, 32 seconds. I don't want to lose steps or gems or anything. Everything's free. Can I... Corridor, sure. Everything's free. Wait. Everything's unlocked? Does it still cost... No, it doesn't cost gems. We're good. Patio. Unlock the... unlock the door. Master bedroom. Did I just dead end myself? Shit. That's fine. That's fine. We got... Ooh. Oh yeah, we bought that. Right. I forgot. I forgot about some stuff. Wait, I didn't dead end. No, I did. The dormitory. Okay, so a lot of things just happened, and that stopwatch made it very difficult to focus. Hey. I guess I can safely run in here. I got the stopwatch and lost and found, right? And then I picked up another vault key. So, we can do that, and I wanted to go into the dormitory right away and go explore it, but I'm afraid that I would have lost one of my items. Well, I definitely would have lost one of my items, and I didn't want it to be the vault key because I did make a vault. And the other option was another vault, and I'm like, what happens if you make 2 vaults? So I was tempted to do it right there, but the dormitory ended that immediately. Ooh, there's a sword? What the hell? I'm so not observant. Oh my god, that's a badass sword. Time to move on. Let's do the vault before the dormitory because I'm going to lose an item. Okay. Now I've double-checked these passports already. They're the same. 370. You. Oh, there it is. I have 73 steps, so we're good. Oh, thank God. Obviously this one was quite clear, but I'm just going to mark it now. Locked up tight in a vault. Vault done. Technically, kind of. I guess we have to go back. Also, that says held by king on his throne. Okay, so we we basically know where that one is. Is there anything else I forgot to update? No. Okay. We're good there. Uncle, thank you again for all your help. I know I could never really hope to repay you, but it pains me to know that I won't even have the chance to try. At any rate, I'm leaving these extra funds behind as well as the extra passports. It would be too risky if we were searched at the border. Oh, at the border. And the money would raise too many suspicions. I think we all want a clean start anyway. I know I do. Mary. So, where did the original... The royalty that had to flee from Arindia... I think they said they fled south in the history book. I'm assuming it's following a similar thing here, and she went to a Raja. So she's fine. Alive in a Raja. Maybe. I'm taking a picture. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to go check out the dormitory. Sheltered. Oh my god. I forgot I got the shelter. This is the first red room too. I wouldn't even have lost an item. Damn. Why are you beeping? Oh. Kararika University. Okay. Give me some clues here. Drafting strategy. Volume 2. We haven't read that one. Before I read you. I'll pass. Oh, it's that room. N? What is crown? Crow. Crown crow. Yeah, N. I just wanted to solve that quick. Okay, wait. No, you're fine. Does this mean that their color is for sure orange? The thing is you have a purple banner, but you have orange text, and your logo is also orange. Your core is orange here. So I don't know. Is it orange or is it purple? You have a purple seat here. You have a red one here. You got a lot of purple luggage around. I'm going to put purple or orange. Okay. That is written down. My only thing is I don't want to make the assumption, but I'm going to probably make the assumption that each realm only has a different color and that they each have different transportation and everything. So none of them would be the same. Otherwise, their sigils could be too identical. So they probably all claimed a color, at the very least a color. They could probably have two martial realms, but, you know. So if you were orange, that would make the turtleback one, Vera, probably yellow. But there is no blue. What is blue? I don't know. All right. Drafting strategy 2. I actually didn't even know we didn't read this, but we haven't. Where did I find... In the drafting studio, drafting strategy 1. Yeah. As architects, we know that designing a building is a complex and multifaceted process. From the layout to the details, every decision we make can have a significant impact on the final result. Perhaps, and that's why we're always looking for ways to improve our craft and refine our ideas. In this edition, we're excited to introduce a useful concept that can take your designs to the next level. Room subtypes. While we've previously explored the use of colored floor plans to categorize basic kinds of rooms, in this issue, we'll be examining architectural symbols that can be used to further classify and differentiate the types of rooms in your house. These symbols provide draftsmen with a visual way to indicate the purpose and function of a room, whether it is a designated workspace, utility control room, conundrum? What is a conundrum? A puzzle room? That sounds like a puzzle room. This is a conundrum. It's a puzzler. These subtype symbols can communicate the intended use of a room at a quick glance. By including these symbols on their floor plans, architects can make it easier for contractors and builders to understand their vision and bring it to life. But the benefits of floor plan categorization go beyond just clarity. By understanding and identifying subtypes, architects can craft strategies that surpass the surface-level simplistic approaches commonly used by inexperienced drafters. Go on. Secret? No secret. Craft of the draft. Drafting rooms are floor plans that affect the draft pool or the drafting process. As such, they are in spaces that are often designated for activities related to academic pursuits and research. Yep. Why is the pool in there? The pool also has a symbol. Some of their common features include floor plan redrawing, draft pool manipulation, and rarity adjustment. Oh, because it adds stuff to the pool. Right. As students of the art of drafting, aspiring architects can greatly benefit from the knowledge, experience, and learning opportunities that they offer. Academia isn't only found on the mountains of Korarica. Isn't only found... Oh, and we're in a dormitory. Okay, hold on. Academic? Korarica is where you go for academic pursuits, I assume? Yeah, I mean, based on the fact that there's flags of it in the dormitory here, I'm gonna say this is a heavy clue towards their moat. All right, I wrote it down. Classroom is a great example of scholastic strategies that this room type has to offer. Not only does it provide synergy for other drafting rooms, but it's also a valuable source of information and knowledge. Did you know the classrooms you find will fall under one of 8 different grades, ranging from first grade to the culmination of your academic journey in grade 8? However, there are rumors of an additional annex classroom at Mount Holly Elementary, used solely for exams and student testing, but finding it has been near impossible, as it requires drafting more than 8 classrooms. Yeah, but we know how to do that now. This would have been good to know if I hadn't seen the classroom in the drafting studio, but we're getting it. We're getting it. All we got to do is graduate. Do we have to actually take tests? I would kind of love that. I'd be scared of the math one because of the squigglies. The squigglies are the only thing I don't understand. They have decimals. I don't know. I looked at it again and I'm like, what? No clue. Far from the pristine white pages of academia, the mechanical world is a rugged industrial space, marked by the symbol of a gear and stained with the grime of heavy machinery. These floor plans prioritize function over aesthetics, and the design of each mechanical room reflects this focus on efficiency. These rooms serve as a command center for estate operations, housing the control systems and keeping everything running. You got a secret? Oh, I get it. Duct. Three-way room split 3 ways. A door? Okay. I don't think there's anything on here. Boiler room is known as a power source because it provides steam power to various rooms. As steam is conveyed room to room via ducts that run across the ceiling, and power that can be transported across great distances as long as you continue to string together rooms that contain them. And so when you're in a room, look up. There might be a duct. Did you know drafting from a door that is steam powered will increase the likelihood of drawing rooms with ducts? So if it is steam, if I move the steam over to the right and then draft from that door, then that room is steam powered, regardless if it has ducts. And then every room after that is more likely to have ducts. I never thought about that. No time like the future. Some rooms offer long-term benefits rather than immediate resources. These floor plans, known as tomorrow rooms, are considered an investment for the future, and they offer the forward-thinking architect a number of strategies that will pay dividends on the road. Strategic planning is critical to drafting success, and knowing when to forsake the current day's progress to set yourself up for a prosperous future is a critical decision that each architect will encounter. I feel like I'm getting good at that, in putting those down when I need to. Maybe not the sauna. I do avoid it a lot. Time freeze. Nothing better exemplifies setting yourself up for tomorrow at the expense of today than freezer. But drafters who may not want to totally abandon their current day's progress will be pleased to know there are a few clever ways to manipulate frozen assets. Entering furnace or sauna after drafting freezer will thaw any frozen gems or gold you are carrying. Big info. Big info. I never even thought to try that. You will once again be able to use it. However, if you still wish your accounts to carry over, you'll have to refreeze your assets by re-entering. Sure. Warning, if the furnace is drafted within a few ranks of freezer, then the temperature will start to rise and everything will melt, including your assets. If the temperature gets too high, refreezing will no longer be possible. Thank you. Thank you. This is good. This is good. If people hadn't figured that out yet, they'd eventually reach this room and be like, "Oh, I can do that." This is good. They've included everything. They're literally making sure that everything is accessible to everyone, even if it is very far away or you have to do experiments for mail, etc. Perplexing plans. Any architect who loves a challenge inevitably ends up drafting a few puzzle rooms in their house. These floor plans, marked only with a single enigmatic jigsaw piece, lack accompanying text and explanations, as if to suggest that even understanding the room's function is part of the puzzle. Some puzzle rooms, like the parlor and billiard room, become increasingly difficult as you solve them, evolving over time as you progress. Not gonna mention the gallery? No hints? Shit. Spreading your wings. The final type of room we'll cover in this issue is spread rooms. These floor plans enable the architect to spread out items among many rooms. When they're spread, they are only placed in the current currently active rooms in the house. The number of items that are spread is determined by the number of rooms in your house estate. Oh, good to know. Waiting till your house is bigger will provide larger spreads. Strategies that employ spread rooms are often centered around travel and backtracking. Okay. I wanted to use this segment to thank all our readers for wonderful mail and feedback we received after we sent out our very first issue of Drafting Strategy. It's incredibly rewarding to create something that is appreciated. It's even more rewarding to know that somewhere out there a young architect is reading our magazine and getting inspired to build something of his own that may one day in turn inspire others. When I was a child, I vividly remember the experience of reading the memoirs of the court's grand architect, Loza T. Rayland. Potentially important? To say it changed me is an understatement. It had a profound effect on the way I view the world and the spaces within it. We each draft our own dreams as a child faint sketches. As a child, faint sketches on blurry blueprints illegible to all, especially ourselves. And our purpose? Why, it is found hidden in the floor plans of our youth. All right. Well, thank you. Useful information. One, the immediate thing is reading the classroom part connected the dots here. I probably wouldn't have really thought Korarikia was academic if they hadn't stated directly, like, isn't only found on the mountains, you know? Other than that, the thing about the door there and the fact that you can unfreeze your assets. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff out of here. Oh, yeah. Now, Sanctum Key. 100%, it's happening. I also have another great idea, because I do want to double check to see if we can find the code within there, for sure. So, I'm going to spend some time up there reading that, and we'll see if we can figure it out. And then I have potentially 4 attempts from the bottom left to get a music room. And if I let the day go on, I still don't know if it has to be like late in the draft, like as in up top, or late in the day. But if I pass enough time, we'll be able to test it. And I have 61 stars, so I can sit there and redraw and hopefully get a music room. That's the goal. Yeah, we'll open this one. Ooh, the only one I can actually do, probably. Fog? I believe it was 8. No. No. Come on, that's pink. There's red. Oh. Oh, I did it! I did it! That one's a gimme. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh no, there's lore behind each one? Okay, that's the Grand Castle. You have a mock model of it and some cannons. I have a magnifying glass? Uh-oh. Who's this from? It's from Herbert. I'm actually writing this last postcard sitting at my desk at home. I suppose I should put forth the extra effort to drop it off in the mail for consistency, but I am tempted to save the postmaster a trip, as it will just wind up here once again, to join the other 7. Right. So you wrote 8 letters and they came back to you? No, other people wrote him the letters. Save the postmaster a trip as it'll just wind up here again to join the other 7, which I'm pleased to report were all waiting for me on my desk, safe as can be. Flipping through them has reminded me of the many friends I made and lessons learned along the way. And as I look back, one truth shines brighter than the others. Air travel is much better than sea travel. Herbert. P.S. Remind Anne to replace the books I lost. Ah, okay. Yeah. So the herring hearing March of the Count. This was back then, so we can get like kind of a date on when this was written. But does that matter? We have the address of the estate here because of that. Okay. This postcard came from the Royal Museum as well. Let me sit and read this again. Air travel is much better than sea travel is the only thing that seems like a real clue here. I think I know what's going on. I don't know if we need to get dates. I don't think they'll be important here that much, but it kind of sounds like Herbert took a trip to 8 realms in 8 months. And this will tell us the order, and all we know is he traveled by air after traveling by sea. And he liked air travel more. Therefore, this would put nuance in a specific spot. And which one was sea travel? Oh God. Morajai. Morajai would be before nuance. That's what I'm getting from this postcard. Okay. I kind of thought you had to solve them the other way, but if this is the case, we may have to do this before that. I hope we get eight postcards here. That would be great. Oh, and on the other side, Morajai box to tell you... Well, maybe not to tell you anything, actually. Because, no, he would have came from Nuance just now. The Fen Ares variation? At the end of the war of the 5th era, after the Grand Realm of Fen Ares was established, Morajai boxes of the realm were graced with red tiles in honor of General Tiskin's victory. Okay. That kind of helps you solidify. The prince died, General Tiskin kept going. When these tiles are pressed, all black tiles on the box turn red in triumphant victory, while all white tiles on the box turn black, serving as the outclassed and struggling reinforcements of the dwindling Desolate's army. Really? Oh, the black tiles turn red. I'm gonna... Wait. When red tiles are pressed, they turn the black tiles. I see. And then we need to make these red, obviously. What the hell? White tiles turn off. Black tiles swap spots, so I can use the black tile to... Oh, black just rotates from right to left in a loop. Green swaps sides. How did you make black tiles again? While all white tiles on the box turn black. So if I hit red, that turns that color. Oh, I have to restart it. If I hit red, you turned black. Okay, I think I get it. Oh, I can move the middle row. Oh. That kind of changes things. This is too red. This is far too red. Okay, wait. If I can move the middle row, that kind of changes things. I just need to get a black in the middle. And the way to do that would be put you here. No. Shit. The way to get the black in the middle would be to get a white in the middle and then hit the button. So I'd have to do that. For some reason you go away. I still don't know how that works, but that's fine. And then I just want a white up there really quickly. I want to split you into two, and then we have a bunch that could be black. You would be red. I can move you around. I can move all three rows around. There, now I have two green here. Throw the red there. I just don't know how orange works. I don't know how orange works. Surprisingly, I do think I understand it. I just really wish I knew what the orange did. I understand 90% of this puzzle. So you need to go over there. When you're alone, you seem to... When you have nothing on your left and right, do you turn off? Is that how that works? So if I got rid of... Oh, that's how that works. Oh. Oh, okay. Wait, no, I need to get everything away from you, and then you'll split into two. And then you'll split into two. Then I have four corners here. I can swap you, move you to the middle. Swap you. That way the whites are in the middle. Swap you. I need to figure out how to get one of these on the bottom. Like you. Swap. You. Now I have three on the top. No, I need it like this, but I need you to be one over from here, which... If I turn you off... Bam. No more whites. I have two in each row. I have four corners. Bam. Whew. That was just for an allowance token. That box was the worst. That took me at least 18 minutes. Okay. What's done? It's done. We're done here. I got pictures of everything I need, I think. Wait, did I? I did. Awesome. that took embarrassingly long because I didn't know how orange worked for at least 15 of the minutes. Once I figured that out, it was easy, but easier. But essentially, orange can only disappear. It can't move or anything. It can only disappear if there's nothing around it on the top and bottom. I have to turn on the boiler room every time. Oh no, of course I do. I moved it back so I could access both sides. There are stars out. But if I can't get this to spawn, I'm going to be kind of in trouble here. Let's try our redraw first. The thing that I'm worried about is it has late, as in late in the day, which there are stars out, so it is late in the day, or is it late as in late drafting towards the end? If this doesn't work and it doesn't spawn, then it's going to mean that. Oh, it's because I used a star. We're going to use another star. We're going to use another star. Not good. There's a clock tower. I don't know if the music room can spawn down here. I don't think it can. Oh, there it is. Okay. Late in the day, but we're on rank 1 here, so there we go. Hell yeah. I was really worried it was going to have the other meaning and it just meant do it higher up. Okay. So, that's confirmed, and I can go do that right now. Thankfully, I have a bunch of steps left. I'm definitely just skip everything. Just do this. Door 3. Well, door number 3. We've opened 4. Arch Aries. How much info do we have on this? Mountain Peak, dark blue, lightning, industrial. We're missing the orientation for count. Industrial. Is that industrial? Oh wait, I can check from here, can I? Yeah, no, we're gonna have to go farther back for that one. And we don't have blue. I mean, I could look at these and be... I need to move you guys back to the front. Yeah, we're gonna move them back to the front. Boop. Boop. I didn't take the transportation one, unfortunately. But they are back at the front. So I should be able to just go like this now. Industrial is a square with a dot. Industrial. Oh, the other info is lightning. So we want like lightning. It's rain. That is lightning. And dark blue? Dark blue, and we don't know the mode of transportation. What would dark blue be? Wait, I have the colors. The one I'm currently on is yellow. So we have a V, pink. I just have to get these in my head. Triangles are orange. Slashes sideways are green. Okay, and then if I just keep going, pink, red. Orange. Sideways slashes are green. Violet. No, not trophies. I don't want to see those. Violet. Black. White. And that. So it's one of them. It is not, blue is not like a secret extra option here. It's one of the ones on the page, so we don't know the color yet. Don't know the color. Because all stamps kind of have that, you know, default thing, so I don't think it's like tan or something. I don't think that's the case. It's not really black, even though it's night out. Like, I don't think we're going to get the color from this. We need to find another clue on that end. It does say 5, but I doubt that has any relation. We need to know the mode of transportation. We also don't know that. So we don't know how many... Yeah. We don't know how many lines or moats we're going to have here. The only clue would be that right there, being 5. Yeah. I have no idea. I believe we would know. I believe the history book would have something. Well, there's a close till you do something. Let me just double check the history book here. It wasn't that far back, I don't think. Okay, so at the beginning of the history book, kind of on the third era, each of the distinct realms ruled by respective sibling, cultivating bountiful resources of the land, cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. Continued the tradition. The succeeding generations continued the tradition, defined by its construction of vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains to the southern shores. But we do know from the classroom, the history one, that they were breaking down, they're using axes on the railways. Arch Ares joined Fen Ares. Araja did not. Therefore, Arch Ares should still have their railways connected, but does that mean... I don't know if that's enough of a link. Arch Ares and Nuance joined their cause. You don't mention transportation here. I don't think what we're looking for is found here. But if that was the case, I would assume that they use trains still. No, that information's right here. Wait, no it's not. Damn it, hold on. I forgot, I had to take the picture of it. Okay, that one. Okay, so let's try that. Is it this one? No. That one. But we don't know your color. The only thing I know is it can't be orange. I assume Nuance was green, but I could be absolutely wrong on that. I'm sure Violet's taken. Let's try black. No. Let's try white. Yellow? Yellow. We got it! Kind of brute forcing the last half of that, but okay. So if that one... If that one's yellow, and we already have red gone, I guess we do maybe cross-reference and, like, just remove some colors? Oh, don't tell me they're... I bet there was some... This was here somewhere. That looks familiar to me. Not exactly, but, like, the fact that there was a symbol and it's filled in with yellow, we've probably seen it elsewhere as well. Either way, I just guessed. Rip. Man, can we go to these places? Can you make a second game where we go travel your worlds that you've built? First City of Steel. See, you got a stamp here as well. And I was like, the background of the stamp seems to be the same color as everything else, so I don't think it was going off of that for yellow. Then again, people associate yellow with lightning, even though it's white, but... Oh man, hopefully we find something that tells us about yellow, because I'm curious if you're supposed to guess or not. We arrived here after a few days of sailing, and it made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railway tracks extended all the way north. Arch Ares is a destination with which I am well acquainted, having traveled here countless times on business for Cinca. This time, however, I will avoid the familiar towns and factories and will instead trek along the northern coast, an area with which I'm wholly unfamiliar. So you're sending this to Babbage? In care of Babbage? Huh, Renabomb. There's a 6. Okay, so extended. How much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railways extended all the way north. We arrived here after a few days of sailing. Okay, I need to start building an order here. Okay. I have added this to keep track of that. And right here. So we don't know where he started, for sure. We don't know that, but somewhere along the line he started. Eventually he ended up taking a boat, so that makes this not the first one. Taking a boat to either Arch Ares or Nuance. But since in his Fen Ares letter he mentioned air travel's better than sea, instead of here, he probably went to Nuance and took a air travel after Arch Ares. But either way, we don't know which one came first. We do know that these two are before Fen Ares, and we don't know if we went anywhere after. So, kind of building like an order of, you know, he went here before this. Basically, he's on the northern coast. He's heading north. This is the northmost section, though. That's the one part that feels a little strange. Okay, I didn't take a picture of this. All right, that part is done. Oh, no. Arch Ares variation? Good. It was the very first realm to introduce a new color to the traditional monochromatic tiles of the box. Given the number of ship routes and trade relationships between the two realms, this is not surprising. Fittingly, the variation itself was based on the brass compasses manufactured in Arch Ares, or Arc, that were often traded to sailors in exchange for the valued Morojai puzzle boxes. When yellow tiles are pressed, they move north. Thank you for the info. Wait, I should probably do this. No. We've already done a puzzle like this, haven't we? With these same symbols on it. I feel like we've already done this. You do that. You swap everything to the right, so we know that. We're trying to make yellow, obviously. Green moves directly across. So unless I do that, yeah. Therefore, what I really have to do is get you here. Actually, I think I already screwed it up. I gotta get you over. I got it. All right. You move up so the green is down here. Then I can swap one down here. I can move one up. Move everything. Okay. No. You're gonna move up if I hit you. You're gonna move up. You won't do anything. Do you move? No. I need 2 south. That's the only goal that we really need to do here is like, I need to use the green to try to get another one south, maybe? I don't know if I can do that, because I'd have to, like... I'd have to get one, like, right here. How would I do that? Oh. There we go. And then I push you 2 up, and then we just move that over. And we're done. Holy shit, that was so much easier than the Fen Ares one. Thank you. Did require a little bit more thinking, but it's done. I doubt we can solve Orinda. Which one was this, though? Nuance. Do we know enough about nuance? No, not really. We know wait. What? I didn't put technology? Is that not a moat? Oh, it would have been industrial. Based on the other one being industrial, Arch Ares, I don't think that's going to be the case here. They do have blimps, though, so it's like, what? We know aviation, but I don't know if we know anything else about nuance. I'm going to go ahead and assume that all of these 8 are, you can mark off the list as you do them. Like there's not going to be too rainy, too stormy or something. So we might be able to solve some things this way, but not yet. I do fully believe it's going to be green, though. I mean, we could at least do... At least set you to green. I highly doubt you're tribal. And we don't know their transportation. Oh, no, we know their transportation. So we know that they have aviation, which is kind of like a sun with 4 spokes on the top. I changed the wrong... There we go, it'd be that one. And that would be green. We just don't know. You could brute force from here, because you know 3 things. I don't know if they'd ever want you to do it that way, but... We could just... Is it tribal? No. And then... Is it that one? No. Is it martial? Highly doubtful. Are they a metropolis? No. Academic? That's Kararika. Industrial as well? No. Spiritual? I think. Poetic? And we're back to tribal. I think I might have got something wrong. I don't think their color... Oh, I'm on fog lines. Right, because we don't know their weather. Never mind, you couldn't do this yet. Yeah, we don't know their weather. Okay, well, we'll come back to it. I don't actually know then. I was hoping we had one thing, but there are two different things I'd have to figure out now. Okay. Damn, day 82. That means that the sigils are on hold until we can drain the reservoir for the key, which is the only key I'm missing, and then after that we have to pick up more info. So I'm going to do a little double checking as we go through the rooms to make sure I don't miss any info there. But my main focus, get to grade 9, because we might learn something. Also, I really want to take the exam. And... oh, yeah, the throne room should be available now. So we could try to see if we get the throne room or any of the new rooms. I'd really love to get those. We're still missing 4 rooms total, so hopefully. Well, I immediately got the tomb, and I want to go make sure I pick up this... where did the upgrade disc go? No. Oh, the upgrade disc is at the beginning of the tomb. The other set of candles. And I also wanted to run back over to the circle. Which I believe... yeah, the torch room has another thing on top of it. So I want to look at that again. See if we can get some info from that. Does this just straight up show the Arindia one? Have I not noticed that? Oh my god, it does. I don't know about the border here. I'd still assume black. I mean, black banners. But is this really just it? Huh. But it has the 3 lines. That's railroad. Which makes sense. Right, Horus had one goal, expansion, so this makes sense for Metropolis. Horus was the first king and he had the one goal of expansion. Fog. Railways. Okay. Alright, just because of that, we might as well test it. The problem is, like, holy shit, you've scared me so much. I guess they do have to open every time. The problem is we don't... Arinda Ares changed so much and then was taken over by Fen Ares, so it's hard to know, like, what this puzzle wants specifically. But I don't know. Well, we know it's Metropolis, according to that thing, so we're going to just try that. We know it's railroad and fog, so that's fog. That's locomotion. Wait, I was on white. And they mentioned the black banners far too many times. Good. It was that easy? Why was I writing so much, like, poetic and all this other stuff down? Okay, so poetic and everything on that Clocktower slab is nothing to do with Arindia. Okay. The 3 daughters, or the 3 kids. I'm fully aware that it said his only daughter now. In editing, I didn't notice it before that. Ooh. There's an angel there. That is the Duster Angel. It does say Reddington. Okay. Oh, 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order? What route? And where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the true spirit of adventure, I have departed forsaking both map and plan. And as it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the Old Kingdom. A landmark as black in realm as it is in name. Black in realm? In a story I feel closely connected to. Ooh. Okay, I don't have a magnifying glass this time. This right here? That is the cover of Curse of Blackbridge. Interesting. No! No! I wanted to look at that stamp. Okay, if I get a magnifying glass, I'm coming back. The Orinda Aries stamp. Oh, damn. Well, you mentioned heading south. So I'm assuming your next goal was to go to a Raja? And this is the start of the journey. Since we don't know for sure, I will leave it as a question mark between here. But this is at the beginning of his note. So clearly, obviously, like this used to be Orinda Aries, so it's only fair to call it that? Or was a Raja considered? I don't know. Due to the overwhelming amount of artifacts bearing the Orinda Aries sigil that were destroyed after the war, Morajai puzzle boxes featuring the infamous black symbol are among the rarest and most valuable collectors can acquire. Black tiles are pressed, the entire row shifts to the right as if on train rails. Oh, thanks for the lore. Ooh, this actually shouldn't be too hard then. Shift you up. Move you over. Shift you up. Shit. Wait. I need to get both of the middle ones out. I need to get both the middle ones out. All 3 of the middle ones. Uh-oh. Moving them up would be the most ideal way to do it. Like, I can shift you down. Can move you over, but that's not going to do much. I need to shift you down. Oh. You need to go up and then swap. Okay. And then you need to go up and then you swap. Now, how do I get you out? I need to move this up, swap the black there. There we go. And then move you up. And then one of you goes over. Bam. I'm starting to learn. 63 allowance per day. It's absurd. I don't even think did I get a picture of both of these things? I did. Yeah. All right. Not what I was expecting to do when I came down to the tomb, but we still have to grab an upgrade disc. It's not here. It's not here. What do you mean it's not here? I wrote down tomb. Unless, because I didn't pick it up, it ended up in the lost and found, because I found 2 upgrade discs in the lost and found. No, you wouldn't do that to me, right? Shit. That means I'm missing 2. Clearly, it's not there and it's not over there, so... Huh. A boiler room. Thank God. Doesn't it feel kind of quiet in here? It really does. All right, I need that on. I'm just going to have to limit myself to not being able to go up there anymore. It's one or the other. Either we do that or that. And technically, I could go do the thing. Yeah, I think we'll do that so I can see if I can move that back so we don't have to worry about this anymore, because I'm very limited on space. But I got a pick sound amplifier and electromagnet today, and next 3 locks we open, locked trunks you open, you get mail. So that's been helpful. For now, I'm gonna continue drawing a little bit before we go down. I've done it. I got a pump room very quickly after. Reservoir's drained again. We're gonna go grab the key and throw that in later on as well. So we get a 2-for-1 down there. You're gonna spend all day in the underground. I really want to drain the greenhouse and the aquarium so I can check that off my what do they do list. But after we can fill the reservoir back up, I think that's the only way we'll be able to have room for that. Because this is 11 slots. It's just too much. So we got that. I may draw a little more before we go do that, though. All doors? I'm missing you. But I do have the 4 corners. What? You were not on my list. What puzzle is this? Hold on. No. Oh. Oh, that makes so much sense. The last door of 8. I'm gonna be honest. I thought that we had to use the other 7 sanctum keys and then we'd get the 8th one. This didn't even cross my mind. I would not have put that together. Huh. I just wanted to do this for fun. You even put 8 doors there. It literally just did not cross my mind. Well, that is 2 sanctum keys. Again, this is just the sanctum episode, I swear to God. Okay. I forgot, we have to open the rest of the doors. Although that was clearly the last one. So there's an item behind the other one. It was an upgrade disc before. We have a lever here. And you are usually one type of key. So that seems to be the order every time. There's a key, then if you get enough, then if you get enough for two intercard doors, it's a lever. If you get enough for 3, you get an upgrade disc. And apparently if you get enough for 4, you get a sanctum key. Huh. I just was not expecting this. Uh-oh, this is bad. I dark roomed and I couldn't turn the lights on because it would have been too many steps, and regret it because I ended up with a weight room, which cut him in half. All because I wanted to try a mirror. Oh. Wait, which one did you open? You opened that one, which we can't get to. And that one, which potentially I could get to? Did I press this one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you opened the sides. I really want to solve this room, but it's not going to be as straightforward as I'd hoped. Technically, can I get over there? I don't know if I can actually do this. I need to find some steps, like big time. Getting those cut in half kind of scares me about getting the sanctum keys back. Music room right into there. I can't afford it. Oh, thank God you pointed there. And you gave me 10 steps. Hell yeah. That requires me to walk around. You connect now. But I could walk around and hit that button, and who knows what it'd open. It'd probably open this side, I would assume. What did you open? You opened that one. You opened that one. I couldn't get back there. Hitting that I mean, I'm gonna hit it on my way back anyway. Yeah, I might as well hit it and see if we can maybe get access. I don't know. Thankfully, the room that connects is a bedroom, so I don't lose any steps for doing this. Oh. Oh, you did open this side. Okay. We've already hit that button. We have hit this button. We've hit that button. What the hell? How do we lift the middle? You just bring that back down, but when you bring that down, how oh my god, oh. Never mind, I got it. Ooh. Ooh. Can I hit you? Thank you. This is Alice in Wonderland right now. Can I craft an upside down door? Can I really not? I can't hit these buttons? That is crazy. You're not telling me I can't. Wait. I was gonna say, this is not worth it. This was not worth going out of my way. But what if there's more going on here? Because the only reason I can reach this is because I pressed a button that lowered that pane. Which one's down? That one's down right now. Do you stay open? Okay, that brought that back down, which means I could technically get to you. What about you? Okay. Go up. Whoa! Wait. What? You found a duplicate of one of your floor plans. Additional passageway. Sure. That's not what I was expecting. I mean, do you have different text? I guess I wouldn't. We haven't even made it, but you could have two passageways. If I axe the cost on these and we have two of them though, that'd be very helpful. Honey. Of course you'd find a duplicate in this room though. That door. We need to get that. I just need to remember I can push those back up. Can I get all the way around now? I can. Not. How do I open you? It was already open. Okay. This is a confusing room. Another one. A duplicate pantry? Yeah, I mean, sure. Really? Do you... If I did this repeatedly, could I get a duplicate of everything? Or are these the only two plans? Why did you give me a duplicate pantry and passageway? Of all things. Huh. Well, we've solved the mystery. I don't know... Genuinely, I don't know if I'd want to solve this repeatedly, but... So feel free to let me know. If I do this repeatedly, do I keep getting more duplicates? I'll consider it if I get an answer, because that does sound pretty interesting, actually. Thank you. Okay. Oh. I didn't even try to look there before we went over there. Interesting. Only a few more. Sanctum key. Done. Alright. Let's see which one you are. A Raja. How much info do we have on a Raja? Hourglass, rainy, violets very likely, transportation is unknown. It does seem like they were cut off from the locomotion. We could guess on that, but we don't know the moats, do we? We don't know the moats either. That's two missing pieces of information. I don't want to do it yet. Kararika. Well, one thing's for sure that we know about this. Academic. Do we know anything else? Academic, and then potential color being orange, which it's going to change every time we do this anyway. So we don't really know much about that either, unfortunately. I think it's pretty likely it's orange, and that they each are proud of their color that they chose. So if a Raja is violet, then they are orange for sure. Okay, boiler, you're on. I flipped this switch, but I don't know if it's lined up right now. It might be. It is most definitely not. How many times do I have to turn this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Four times. Okay. So, the gate we're trying to get into is over there. But we have information down here. We got information. After 10 days of pumping water from the underground, the reservoir has finally been filled. It's a shame that the old station has been flooded as the consequences of this action, but I suspect that may have been the actual reason for building the reservoir. On the bright side, now our water supply is no longer limited and we can start leveraging steam to a much greater extent. This time next month, steam-powered hoists at the main site will be able to run 24 hours a day. I see a lot that could be potential dates here based on that. I mean, we have the obvious one, which is... Oh. Isn't the what we tried to spell last time was May 8. And I don't think we were able to make any other month out of that. 8 is the only number on the combination. It's at the end. This time next month. That would be April 1st. $1917. Can't tell. After 10 days of pumping water, so that means... Wait. Today. So when you were pumping water, that was 10 days before, so that was February 20th? No, February 19th? "24 hours a day." Okay, well, we can get a screenshot of this, and that was way too... Oh, I got it. Screenshot of this. You could be related somehow. I'm just trying to think of all the words that are nearby, because apparently we can do it with the information nearby. Your capital. Why would they capitalize dock? Okay. That's more information nearby. Also, there's the map down there, which I think the fastest way to get a thing for that without going back. There it is. Take another screenshot of that. Now we have the 3 pieces of text-based things nearby to try to work this out. But I do need to look at the lock before I figure it out again. Okay, there we go. Red letter. There's a floor plan. That is a new floor. I wish I could figure out what it is from here. I honestly just can't tell. Okay. Can we make April? Or APR. We cannot make APR. We can make May. Is there an R in here to make Mar? This time next month, then April is the following month. It's not May 8th, which is the only logical thing you'd think here. With the letters we have, no other month itself can be spelled out. We count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Is there anything about gates here? Is there any other term for gate besides manner of walking and an actual gate? I guess I could look that up. No. Those are the only 2. Gates could count entrances, but like, we have letters here. We have to put in 3 letters. That how would we make a date out of 3 letters? We can't just spell dock, right? No, there's not even a D here. The only other thought I have is you're trying to use an actual date by counting. Like B would equal 2, A would equal 1. Y would equal 25. You could do that, but... Because that right there would be like 2, 1, 18. Which just doesn't work. And like all of these start with like a 2 or something. Except for you. But even then, you start with too high of a number. It'd be like 51, 18. Everything in the first column is backwards there. So I don't think that's how it works. Mad 8. Med 8. Me 8. Meek. Are we trying to spell a word? That has nothing to do... I have to hit the button? Oh. You're kidding me. This whole time I thought it was wrong because there was no submit button, and I'm like, this is the only one that makes a date. It's the only one that makes sense. You just have to hit a submit button on the left. What are you? Treasure Trove. +5 gold each time you draft Treasure Trove. You're kidding me. What does May 8th have to do with anything? I'm so confused. I don't even know how to describe that one. That is probably supposed to be the easiest puzzle, and I turned it into this. Trying to figure out how you could get a date out of 3 letters. I'd solved it not a month ago. I've been playing for quite a while, though. It's been about 3 weeks. I knew what we were looking for. I knew what we were looking at as soon as we uncovered the first spire, but it wasn't until the first floor plan was unearthed that most of the crew realized what ruins we were exhuming. The border was the same pitch of sunless cavern we found it in, a dark-trimmed floor plan of ill-fated Orindia. Oh. We had found an authentic black print. The sooner we seal this site back up, the better for us all. Oh. So the treasure trove is going to resemble Orindia? Yeah, we have to... That was before the reservoir drain. 1960... Woo! Is this the Black Mirror? Wait, that looks... Is that a projection, or is there something back there? No, this looks like a model. Like I'm looking at a model of this. Yeah, no. Right? That's way too small to actually be a place in the distance. It's too close. Oh, I got really excited for a second. I was like, maybe we have a whole place to explore, a whole castle here. Castle. Okay, think about that later, me. 1. Oh. May 8th. Okay. I just wish... Never mind. This was an easy puzzle. This is on me for not knowing that I could go left. Dear Baron Sinclair, to begin, my name is Worth Laud. My father used to work for your father, the Right Honorable Baron Thomas Sinclair. Wait, the name Laud, Before we get into that, I just want to make sure. Is it this guy? Where is the deed? No, it's not the deed, is it? Oh, it was the end of... Oh, I didn't take a picture of this page? Loza. Oh, okay. Quartz Grand Architect. I don't know why I thought they were... It's been a while. I forgot the name. My father used to work for your father, the Right Honorable Baron Thomas Sinclair, between the years of 1915 and 1918, the former having died last month. At the advanced old age of 89, may he sleep in soot and ash. He left behind his widow, 7 children, and 30-odd grandchildren. Damn. I write to you today, however, not to inform you of these family affairs of little consequence, but to tell you a little bit about my father. He lived his life towering above us in solemn silence, like many members of his and your father's generation. He never spoke of the work he did in the mountains of Reddington or the famous estate in which he was stationed. He never spoke of the Baron. Not once. I tell you this only to relate that he never betrayed the confidence your father placed in him. The secrets he kept for your family, he took with him underground. His elderly comrades and colleagues from his old mining outfit proved, however, to be not nearly as discreet and considered with their words? Oh, I guess that is proper. Discreet and considered with their words. During the wake, fueled by a seemingly endless supply of spirits, these venerable gentlemen embarked on a journey down memory lane, recounting as much of the good old days as they could dredge up. While such reminiscence might typically be dismissed as the fanciful ramblings of age, the volume and specificity of their accounts lend a certain credence to their words. Now me, I am not a presumptive man. I don't presume these stories to be true, and I don't presume your house is host to the secrets of this magnitude. Yet, I find myself irresistibly drawn to the idea of sharing these tales, true or not. They seem, after all, stories worthy of being heard. I wonder if my current abundance of idle time fuels this urge. Perhaps I have too much time on my hands. Voice is gone. Perhaps if one were to engage me in some worthwhile and profitable enterprise, my eagerness to pass the time by telling stories would be curbed. I eagerly await your response from your lordship, Mr. Worth Laud. You're not blind to the irony of blackmailing you for a blackmail letter. We're not proud to join the endless procession of those who have knocked on your mailbox looking for a handout, particularly so when our methods lacked the refined sophistication and class that this author so effortlessly wields. What? Okay, hold on. Gotta take a picture of each of these. This guy was good with words. Much better than I am at reading, that's for sure. Why is this in here? This one never got handed back to him, I bet. Why would he hide this one here? No, it had a code relevant to the letter. Yeah, this was definitely Herbert. But why did he keep this with it? We're not proud to join the endless procession of those who have knocked on your mailbox looking for a handout, particularly so when our methods... This letter, this is just basically the Denny being like, this guy's good at writing, unlike us. And we know it's ironic that we're blackmailing you. Should I have found this earlier? This seems like it's supposed to introduce that we've been he's been blackmailing. This just feels really random to add at the end. It's also not from Herbert, so I doubt there's a clue on it. Okay. Huh. I don't know what else to think of that. This is technically outside the manor. Why can't we take that letter with us? Does that mean we're done? We're done with the red letters? We have a bunch of numbers in the order of... like numbers on the front of the envelopes, which I've written down, so we have them, but like... what do we do with that? None of the letters seem to relate to any specific sequence we'd have to know. At least, not yet, at the very least. Okay, well, I'm going to write it down. Okay. I wrote it down, and we have all the numbers attached to them. We're missing letter 3. That is the one that's missing. But right now, I have no idea what that means or why these are numbers. This is spelled out. This is a Roman numeral. Like, huh. Interesting. Well, I guess we're going to leave that for now, but at least we can check it off the list, and it's done. And now my main focus is I need to get into the throne room. I need to solve this as well. You're done as well. I'm still confused on the clock thing. The only thing I haven't tried, I've looked on top of every clock we found and in every room, and there's no interaction or anything. The only thing, it says high up among the clocks. That tells me it's in the clock tower, but I've spent literally like 20 minutes looking around there. I'm starting to think I have to wait for the exact time that's carved on the floor, which is, I think, 1:30. So that might be a thing later. I don't know. And then we still have these to do, and the sigil stuff to do, as well as this, which now we have a treasure trove to find. And that might give us more hints. All right, we got a treasure trove. Oh, hey, it's one of you. Hold on. There's a golden Anubis statue with a bunch of golden vases and stuff in the vault as well. I mean, some of the treasure is in the vault, but some is in here? What is that? Purple diamond box. Hi, can I click you? Can I rotate you? Can I do anything back here? No. You. What's up with you? What about over here? Can I do anything? Okay. The green memos you find in this room will always be true. Oh. Thank you? You're the only memo, though. Does this change every day? What the hell's the point of the treasure trove room? I mean, I guess it's for 5 gold for each time you have drafted treasure trove. Okay, that can add up. So keep making it, and eventually I'll make a ton of money. I made a freezer yesterday, so I have 150 gold on me right now. If I get a showroom, I'm buying it out. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any real point to this room outside of the actual gameplay loop benefit. But we explored it. I've been playing the waiting game for a while. And nothing seems to be working. But, on that note, you literally are not working. Why is this one not working? I don't understand. $130 is the same thing down here, right? It is literally the same thing as the carved thing out there. How, in all the times that I've been here, have I not noticed that this one isn't working? I even went around and I'm like, this doesn't seem to line up. Like, the hour hand, when the minute hand reaches the 12, the hour hand does not line up. It's still, like, lagging behind. This clock tower feels broken. But I don't know. So it is currently 11:37. I don't know how long it's going to take for it to be 1:30, but we're going to sit here for however long this is. I'm actually going to track it to see how long the time in-game actually takes. It's almost time. It's almost time. Please, dear God. I've been sitting here just staring at this clock the whole time. 1 hour is 7.5 minutes, but it's like a second off from that. So it's like 7.45 minutes. So a full day in this game is 3 hours. Okay. Whoa! Oh, we get a cutscene. Did I really just have to wait? Ooh. Oh. Okay. Oh, thank God something happened. That was such a long wait. It was a really long wait. Wait, why are you going off? We'll think about it later. Oh, for you. Ew. Oh, no. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. You're red. This clock's neighbor should be set to a time containing a 7. This clock should not be set on the hour, ending in 00. So it should. Okay. You're probably 7. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. Okay. The clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. Handwritten. I see. This one's telling the truth. Oh, God. Okay. Each should be set to a different time, so they can't be the same. 5 of them should be set to a time ending on the hour. There are 8 clocks. Of course there are 8 clocks. This one for sure is a time containing 7, and you are lying. This clock should not be set on the hour, so it should, and it has to be... Well, it doesn't have to be 7. This one could be 7. Neighbors, both of them. So no, you have to be 7. You have to be less than that one. Therefore, your minute hand has to contain a 7. None of these clocks should be set to a number that contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. So 1, 2, 3, or 4 is completely out. That means it couldn't be 1 o'clock. It has to be at least 5 o'clock for each of these. Okay. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. Therefore, you can't be 0. 12 o'clock doesn't work. 10 and 11 don't work either. So only 5, 6, 7, and 8 work. It can't be 30. Holy, it has to be 50 on the minute hand or above. Okay. 5 of them are on the hour, though, and they're in ascending order. On the hour. To me, that means that you have to be... No, not have to be, but you're probably 5 o'clock. This one's set to 7 o'clock, so... These 3 have to be before 7 o'clock. And since 5 of them have to be set on the hour, I mean, that means these 2 are more than likely... One of you could be 6. You could be 6. Is this enough information? It should be. The reverse order one, I feel like I can't do right now, but it might help me understand another clock. If I have something set to 5:50, no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, it can't be above 60. So some clock here. Shit. It could be like 5:06 though, or 5:05. In the reverse order. Because you couldn't do 5:06. No, 5:07, because that would be... No, you could, because that'd be 70:05. That wouldn't work. Brain on. Brain work. Why did I get this puzzle towards the end of my session? Okay, let me just do an assumption here. Let me set you to 6. They have to be in ascending order, so you'd have to be later. You can't be a 3 or a 4. That means 30 and 40 are out. You could do 5:50. Yeah. You could do... Then you could do... If I made that 6, you could be... You could technically be 5:55. Here's 6, 7. A bunch of them have to be on the hour, so... Don't you have something? None of the clocks... Clock should not be set on an... Yeah, you're 7. Oh wait, set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. Okay, so therefore this one has all the same numbers. Wow. Accidentally put 5:55 for you. That was just the first number that is valid. Okay, so that one actually is 5:55. This one has to be before 7. It could technically be past 6, but this one has to be that. Therefore, we have at least one that isn't on the hour, but we need 5 to be on the hour. You have to be before that one. What would help me know what to put this time in as? Because it has to be above 5. 5, technically you could be 5:05 or something. And you could be like 5:06. That would still be ascending order. Wait, how did you not go up with the other ones? What do I have you on? Let's pretend you're 8. Oh. You're 8. You're... come on. You're 9. Oh, shit. You're 9. Okay, I see. 8. And you have to be 7. No, you can't be 8. You can't be 8. This clock contains the same 3 numbers as another clock, but in reverse order. Therefore, you are... Well, you're 7. Therefore, you're between 7 and 8. Or you're 8. And you're like 8:05. Which would mean that you have to be 5:08. 5 o'clock? 5:08? 5:55? 6, 7, 8, 8:05, 9. Okay, that doesn't add up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically, I have 5 that are all ending on 0. You are on 7. Wait, this clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. I was gonna say containing a 7, but it has to end in 0. Yeah, you're 7 o'clock. Is this not right? I don't see how else this could work unless you started at 5:08. Because we can't put 10. 10 has a 1 in it, and we specifically cannot have a time set with a 1 in it. I feel like I have everything right. You're the only one that's... No. This is correct. This is the only number. Set this clock to a time containing all different... To make it all the same number, 5:55 is the only one that physically works. Technically, this is 80:50 backwards. Yeah, not 08:05. That's 80:50. I see. Are you 8:50 then? Okay, 8:50. That's 0850. And then backwards, that's 0508. That doesn't work. This can't be 850? In reverse order. I'm thinking these two are the wrong one. 58? No. 58 backwards is 8550. That's not a time. I don't think this is wrong. 850, 0580. It doesn't work. So honestly, I think that this is... Nope. $805. I think it has to be. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work. No, it can't be. The weird part is it says, but in a reverse order. Oh, it contains 3 of the same numbers in reverse order. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's not including the 0 at the beginning. 3 of the numbers in reverse order. Like 508. Okay. I think it's fine. Do I have to get it right and something will happen, or do you need me to do something? Do you need me to go somewhere? Hold on. Why can I hear birds chirp? Oh, because the patio's nearby. Did something change up here? Is this clock working? Clock is not working. How could I have possibly got this wrong? I'm sure it'll become quite obvious. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. Same numbers. You can't be 666. You have to be 555. And we're assuming 12 is 12 on the clock. Right? I mean, let me go to the 5. 12 is 12 on the clock. It's not zeros, so... Okay, reread all of them. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. They all are set to a different time, for sure. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. And this is a lie. So set this clock to a time not containing all different numbers. Oh my... Okay. That's fair. That makes sense. Let me just pick you up quick. Oh my god. 555. I read this as an exact opposite. A lie does not mean do the exact opposite thing. It applies to this directly. In my head, I said, set this clock to a time containing all same numbers. No, it just says they can't all be different. Okay. And then that made me completely forget about you. Both neighbors have to have a 7 in it. Oh, what a puzzle. Okay. None of these clocks should be set to... It doesn't matter anymore. 9, 805, 8, 7, 6, 557, 508, and 5. That was a really cool puzzle. But also, holy shit. With that, We still have to make a throne room.